loud they shoot, how fast they shoot, how precise they shoot. So it's a mix of numbers, statistics, but also images. Data is becoming more and more important.
This is the old part of the circuit, which is fantastic. It rolls on quite a long corner.
One of my favourite tracks, actually. I love it because it's very fast and very flowing. You know, I enjoy the high speed parts of the circuit. So this has quite a few of them, which is nice. And it's close to my second base here.
Yeah, and you can see all the fans up on the outside there. Down the original pit straight.
Silverstone is a fantastic track. It's one of the old school tracks. The whole section, you know, starting at Cobbs, then going through Beckett and Chapel. I think it's very special, and it's something that we enjoy a lot because it really puts the car on the limit, the drivers on the limit, and really shows you what you can do in a modern Formula 1 car.
If the technology in the F1 power unit was used in a normal road car, a 60 euro tank of fuel would cost just 40 euros. Balance is slow. You carry a lot of speed into this corner, a lot of downforce, quite bumpy. You need all the exit again. And then break it into the old club and bail. Very slippery, very low grip, and it's a new part of the circuit. And flat out into the straight, and that's a lap.
After finishing on top of the podium in Austria, Nico Rosberg extends his lead to 29 points. Bottas achieved his first podium, and together with Massa, Williams took 27 points. The team thus climbs into the top 5. New in the THL Fastest Lap Award table, Sergio Perez, having secured his first fastest lap. The Formula 1 ABC, today, Part 2. We're taking you with us on a journey through a jungle of letters, because the Formula 1 alphabet has a lot to offer. Today, in the ABC of Grand Prix racing, the letters E to H.
Engines. That's really the heart of the car.
This year we've got a big regulation change, so going from a V8 to a V6 engine with a turbocharger and an energy recovery system on it is very, very different, and of course sounds quite a bit different.
Yes, it's an engine that can point the way to a green future. It's not allowed to burn as much fuel now, just 100 kilos to go 312 kilometers. So the engine has to be fuel efficient, powerful and durable, because the teams can only use 5 engines all year for 19 races.
A critical element, and the integration of the engine and the cooling of the engine is one of the big challenges for the 2014 season.
Flyways. Obviously, Formula 1 happens everywhere around the world. To get there, you need to jump on a plane. F could also stand for frequent traveler.
For the 19 races in 2014, the teams and drivers will travel around 160,000 kilometers, equivalent to going 4 times around the world. An enormous logistical feat.
Yeah, logistically, it's hard for the teams. You know, they have to pack all the cars, all the equipment in containers, basically. They have to be very organised and precise, but part of the fun. Yes. We've got 8 this year, as if it wasn't hard enough with 7. But one more, you know, trying to get all that power down.
Now we have so much more torque, as well as a little bit more power, so exiting a corner is massively tricky. Instead of using second gear, maybe we use fourth, just to reduce wheel spin. So this year's going to be pretty tough.
We will not allow anymore to change the ratios during the year. So for instance, in Monza, we will use all 8 gears, and in Monaco, we will use only 6 gears, because the speed at the end of the straight would be much lower. H. So H for helmet, with the helmet you can definitely recognize the driver inside the car, and it reflects your personality.
When I was young, I had a couple of favorites, such as Senna, but also quite like Damon Hill.
Michael Schumacher with some stars on the top.
I keep changing my designs nearly every race.
And that's not cheap, as the helmet itself costs over €5,000. After all, it's one of the driver's most important safety features. Add to that the design and paint job, and you need to dig deep if, like Sebastian Vettel, you want to have a new look for every race.
It's definitely something you can play with.
A nice way to express myself.
The next part of our ABC coming soon here on Inside Grand Prix. Now we tip our hats to one of the real greats of history. From cap to toe, gentleman, storyteller and pioneer, Sir Jackie Stewart has cult status, and what he says carries weight, and inevitably he always has a tale to tell.
Motor racing was dangerous and sex was safe. I fixed the motor racing. All of you are responsible for the rest.
This man is more than just a former champion. Jackie Stewart's a living legend.
I did worry, obviously, but I never told Jackie that. I said anything, I just kept it inside.
It was only due to Jackie Stewart and Niki Lauda that the circuit owners finally created one-off zones. John Young Stewart, born 1939 in Dunbartonshire, Scotland. At school, a bit below par. Behind the wheel, truly gifted. Ken Tyrrell brought him to Formula 3 in the early 60s. Then from 65, he caused a storm in Formula 1, along with world champion Jim Clark, with whom he had a genuine Scottish bond.
He was silky smooth to follow him, because 3 times in my first year in Formula 1, I finished second to Jimmy, and we were on the podium together. And for 2 Scotsmen to be on the podium at that time was a big deal. And we then got tagged as Batman and Robin. And there was no doubt who was Batman and who was Robin, I can tell you.
In 1969, the sidekick himself mutated into a superhero, the first of 3 world champion titles in all. If you look just at how the man used to drive a car on the track, the minimal movement of the wheel that he used to guide the car around corners at extreme speed, you see that he was a genuine master of the clean driving line. Yet no matter how great a driver's ability, motorsport in those days frequently looked like a suicide mission. Friends and colleagues were dying on the track almost every month. Jim Clark, just one of 26 tragic Formula 1 icons in 5 years.
It wasn't war. It was sport. And yet we were killing people to that level. And nothing was being done to change that.
But back then, the officials, organisers and circuit owners didn't want to listen. In 1970, Jackie Stewart united the Formula 1 drivers. With its 187 daredevil corners, the Nordschleife was regarded as both notorious and irresponsible. It was a risk too far, and together the drivers agreed a Grand Prix boycott.
And when we had a meeting in London, the same day as the memorial service for Bruce McLaren in St Paul's Cathedral, we left the cathedral and went to the Dorchester Hotel to have a GPDA meeting. And I was the president. I said, we can't go to the Nürburgring in August. If we go there, no other track is going to listen to us. Because the Nürburgring, everybody knows it's the biggest challenge, but it is the most dangerous. There was no runoff areas. They couldn't have enough medical people. They couldn't have enough firefighters. They couldn't have enough marshals, as turned out to be the case with the Niki Lauda accident. It was just not, the drivers were doing more than the marshals.
The strike went to a weekend. More than well, the safety precautions were some reasonable standard which been produced.
Can you believe that 20 years
first, enjoy the race at Silverstone.